Today we're talking about Aminatou the Fateshifter in Oathbreaker, and what kind of a deck we might be able to build with her, what kind of signature spells might be best for her, and how good she might be. She costs 3 mana in Esper colors and starts at 3 loyalty. +1, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of your library. -1, exile another target permanent you own, then return it to the battlefield under your control. -6, choose left or right. Each player gains control of all non-land permanents other than Aminatou the Fateshifter, controlled by the next player in the chosen direction. Now that is pretty unique. There are not many cards, and I don't think any other planeswalkers that can do that. Honestly, there are so many good signature spell choices to talk about here. Vampiric Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, and Mystic Tutor, all 1 mana instant tutor cards that tutor up a card and put it on top of your library, are pretty good. 2 reasons for that, one being the +1 lets you draw the card right away so you can use it right away, but mainly because Aminatou is an awesome Miracles Oathbreaker. Remember, Miracle is an ability that lets you cast the card for its Miracle cost when you draw it if it's the first card you drew this turn. Aminatou is just naturally good with that strategy because her +1 puts card from your hand on top of your library, and obviously a signature spell that pulls any Miracle card you need and puts it on top of your library is going to be incredible. The other option for Miracle is Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Generally, I think the tutors are more powerful, but this is a good budget option with some other versatility too. You can crack a fetch land to shuffle away the junk cards that you don't need that you put on top. We could instead focus more on her -1 of exiling another target permanent you own, then returning it to the battlefield under your control. You could either make this your main theme of the deck or a sub-theme. Cloud Shift or Essence Flux both double up on that ability. Both can flicker a creature you control at instant speed to re-trigger enter the battlefield shenanigans. It also works to save a creature in combat or who's going to die to a kill spell. And Flicker, which is the card that the effect is named after, can remove target non-token permanent from the game, then returns it to play under its owner's control. This one doesn't have to target a creature. This one can target any non-token permanent. I think it's really cool when you target a planeswalker you control with this. It resets the loyalty, and you can activate the planeswalker loyalty ability again, because the game will see it as a brand new permanent. Teferi's Time Twist blinks a permanent. Also, it's an instant, so you can use it to save things, which is nice, but the permanent comes back at end of turn, so you can't do the Planeswalker thing with this one. Saw in Half is really neat for a blink deck that wants ETB triggers also. Destroy target creature. If that creature dies this way, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of that creature, except their base power is half the creature's power, and their base toughness is half the creature's toughness. Round up each time. Alright, now we've come to my favorite options. The options that synergize well with her second ability and her third ability. And just to refresh you, the third ability says choose left or right. Each player gains control of all non-land permanents other than Aminatou, the Fateshifter, controlled by the player in the chosen direction. So here's what we're gonna do. We're either gonna cast Eerie Interlude or Lae'zel's Acrobatics to blink all creatures you control until the end of turn. We then -6 Aminatou to take all the non-land permanents of one of your opponents, and another one of your opponents gets all of yours, but you don't have anything left, so they get nothing. And at end of turn, all of your stuff comes back, and you get to keep it. They still get nothing. And then they cry, and they tell you they're never playing Oathbreaker with you again. Why can't we just go play EDH again? But at least it was fun while it lasted, right? What I really like about these 2 options is, as long as you're doing a blink-themed deck, it doesn't matter if you do the -6. These 2 signature spells are still both really good. But if you don't want to do a blink-themed deck, and you still want to synergize with the -6, Plunge into Darkness, Reprocess, and Renounce are all good ways of sacrificing everything you have, so you take all of theirs and they still get nothing. Last, I want to mention Proliferate spells. This can proliferate Aminatou to get you up to her -6 even faster. This would complement a deck with a Planeswalker sub-theme, one that wanted to blink your Planeswalkers with Aminatou to activate them a second time each turn. If you have any Planeswalkers that you would like to be made into videos like this, let me know in the comments. I love making these. I love brainstorming them, so I'd be happy to do it. Like and subscribe if this video was helpful, and I will see you next time.